right, Ty, kick it off.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. This is the Dumb Luck Sports Show. I'm Tyler Carney. That's Logan Bland. That's Jack. That's Chris Keedle, aka Mr. iPhone, LA Kings enthusiast. We've got a lot to talk about. We had another episode get shadow banned, which was awesome. Not much we can
Love
do
you,
there.
Zoom.
Logan, you wanna? Yeah. Zoom recording just corrupted on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little tough with a MacBook, but we'll be
Yeah.
fine in the future. We're still getting used to it. This is our first time doing this, so.
It's a low budget pod. I mean, Jack's in the Saul room trying to escape and stopped and popped up in the computer for us. So we appreciate him. He's got his foot in a bear trap right now.
But it's completely stuck in a bear trap.
And then
All right.
Chris down there is at the center
Chris,
of
are
the
you
LA
cold?
Kings ice.
Yeah, I'm at the cryptocurrency arena.
Are they? Let me check if they're playing right now.
Are
As
they
we're
playing?
recording this,
Play the Avs.
they
Andre Kopitar
they do
flies
play the
by.
Avs tonight. They play the Avs.
Chris is
But they're
shooting
in
it.
Colorado. So Chris actually had to request special access to record this.
Oh no.
Oh man! All right, ladies,
it's
we have a
awesome.
lot to talk about. Let's start with the NFL, and I'm a Steelers fan, but there's no other Steelers fan I want to hear from more than the man on this podcast. Logan, what'd you think of this weekend?
I had to leave my parents' house. I was that mad. I was watching it. I was watching it at my father and my mother's house, and we were sitting there, and I was getting real superstitious. And normally, when I get superstitious, I get real angry when things don't go my way. So when on that last drive, when Rodgers targeted MBS 3 fucking times in a row, and neither of them worked, which that last one was pass interference, but can't be drawn for flags there, Raji. Kenneth Gainwell was wide open, and that didn't fucking help my mental health. So, first things first, just want to say shout out Packers defense for being complete fucking ass. Derrick Henry Swiss cheesed you more than the fucking Bears did. I'm not actually, you know what? Take that back. I don't mean that, Packers. You have a special place in my heart. My fiance's a Packers fan. Shout out Evan. He got me riled up before this about the Packers. But anyway, then Shadusi. He had 10 fucking yards in the second half of what it felt like. He threw 2 picks, one to coverage specialist, defensive end Jack Sawyer, and the other to Kyle Duggar, who just happened to fuck up once with the one touchdown that was scored in that game on Harold Fannin, where he just fucking hucked it up. And it gave me flashbacks of fucking Patrick Peterson when we played the Raiders a couple years ago. Bro threw his hands in the air and was just praying to God that he found something, and he didn't. All he had to do was turn around his head. With that being said, Kyle Duggar, great player. I think we were too fucking stuck in our ways of trying to work away from Myles Garrett. But with all that being said, Myles Garrett is a self-centered, egotistical bastard. I hope he is starting to realize that he is spending his, career with a shitbag organization more than the Browns. I don't hate the Browns because this is their Super Bowl, but when it is their Super Bowl, they act like they have beaten us before and beaten us down plenty of times. And, Myles Garrett is just loving it. He's like, oh, yeah, I didn't get the sack record against them because they were too worried about me and didn't worry about winning. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. I'm done.
All right. So that nicely transitions. There is a good point I want to make that if this team does make the playoffs, they are going to be the death of me. They are going. They keep. Me and Logan talked about it earlier, and I thought about it a bit, but there's nothing more to add to the rant. So, if they seriously, they're going to be a danger in the playoffs, but a danger to my life because this team makes me want to. Just, YouTube won't let me say it, but oh my God, are they bad? Despite being the 4 seed, the Steelers are hit with a 42% chance to make the playoffs. The Ravens have a higher with a 58% chance. So they're the favorites heading down the stretch.
Games at home,
shocked.
BTW.
Yeah, favorites in Pittsburgh. But Jack, this transfers over nicely to your Panthers. Same position, the 46% chance to make the playoffs, both the higher seed actually against the team with the losing record in the Bucks. What do you think of that?
Yeah, this weekend we're gonna put behind us. Bryce was terrible. Terrible pick. He had 51 yards, just horrific to watch. Didn't even want to watch it after they gave up a 3rd and 21 with a dumb face mask by J.C. Horn on the sideline. You know what would be funny though is if the Falcons won tonight and then they beat the Saints next week, then the Panthers would be in even if they lost next week. 3-way tie at 8-9. Someone has to win the trash division. The Panthers winning at 8-9 would be classic.
It's amazing.
Even if they lost on Saturday, we could watch the Falcons tear up the Shuckster and go win it. Go win the South.
The Shuckster's been gross, by the way. I don't know if you guys were watching that game at all. I turned off football after that Browns game because I was that mad, and didn't watch until Sunday Night Football, which that game we'll get into in a little bit. But Shuckster's been good. Are you, Jack, as a Panthers fan, are you afraid? And anyway,
Yeah, I'm terrified of the Shuckster. I see him in my nightmares. He got his first win against us, and then if we beat him last week, we would have already won. But looks like we're gonna have to face him again if we lose on Saturday. The Shuckster.
Those damn Louisville Cardinals. Can't get enough of them.
Yeah. Chris, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking the Colts are trash. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, they've got a grandpa at quarterback, but yeah,
Yeah,
it was
we'll
a tough
see.
choice for this year. You guys had a good run, and then you have
We'll
this.
see. I think they're 5 in a row lost now or something. So
Yeah,
they're like in the position where you don't want to rebuild because you're too good to rebuild, but you're not good enough for a championship, so you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, maybe you guys
I
will
don't-
just have like 2 decades of winning seasons and nothing out of it, too.
I wonder where we've heard that story before.
Yeah. Mike Tomlin.
Nah,
Now,
I
Logan-
think the Colts still have a great future. I don't know about you, Chris, but I still think the Colts are going to be just fine. They just need to figure out their quarterback situation. Like, let's not forget, they have probably one of the best O-lines in all of the NFL. They have the best running back in the NFL, in my personal opinion, outside of Rico Dowdle, Rico Dowdle.
Correct.
And Kenneth Gainwell. Can't forget Kenny
Kenneth
G.
Gainwell, best offseason
no, but-
signing.
I think the Colts just need another big receiver because Michael Pittman wasn't exactly what he was supposed to be this year. Alec Pierce had a little bit of a breakout year. It was kind of an overshadowed breakout year, but he still had a breakout year. He did very well. And then defense, you go all in for Sauce, and he just injury prone, man. I still think they have a bright future. They just need to get their quarterback situation figured out.
I did
No
see
sauce for sauce.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah.
he's like 2 and 13 all time this year. Just be out of the 2 teams that he's
Yeah.
played.
Yeah, I saw the stat.
so
It was like he
bad.
went 1-6 and then got traded and went 1-6. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Yeah, the rest of the NFL is pretty set up. I'm excited to see how it goes. There's a lot of good teams. I'm not sure who's really going to be the Super Bowl favorite. I know Steelers or Ravens. They're losing in the first round. Panthers, honestly, I feel like have a better chance, but they're probably losing the first round even if they get in, or the Bucks. Just 2 bad divisions of football this year. So, be fun to watch down the stretch and, not really have any skin in the game. But man, I was driving home from Christmas festivities. My only way to stay updated on the Browns game was your ass. And it was just like, are we really losing right now? Like, are we seriously losing to Shadur Sanders? And we did. Sure did.
Yep, I was sitting there. I really thought this team was different. I really did.
I did
I thought this is the year that Mike T finally shoves it in front of everyone's face, and he's like, "Hey, I can win these games. These are the easy ones." But no, I think I forget where I saw it. I think I saw it on Twitter. There's a stat. He's like 0-8-1 against teams with a losing record in like must-win games in December, like coming down the stretch or
Ridiculous.
something like that. I
Maybe
can't
we
remember
keep
the
that
exact
higher.
game, but that's crazy. He has a negative record in the playoffs. Like he's just, I don't know, man. I think just organization needs to shake it up in general, hit the reset button. We've needed to for years. I just hope they do it soon. That way we can go through the pain and suffering and then, get the schedule like the Patriots did and then hopefully go win the AFC North again.
What did you said something earlier, like you're talking about cleaning house. I know that we talked a little bit, and we talked about at least it's got to be the coordinators. You got to get new coordinators in there, because maybe Tomlin's a good leader. But you saw something that it could be maybe he's out if he loses this Ravens game.
Yes. So I saw it. Well, granted, it's Filippone. If anyone in here knows who Filippone is, he is the biggest fucking clown in Pittsburgh media. But he said it was straight from the Pat McAfee show. I haven't watched the clip back, so I can't confirm or deny that. But he said that if they lose to the Ravens next week, there is a chance that the organization moves on from Tomlin, or Tomlin decides to move on to either doing something with TV or just a new coaching job in general. Which, if we do it, I know he's got a no trade clause in his contract. I hope we do him justice by getting something out of it. But then at that point, it's like, who do you go get? Like Flores was in our grasp at one point, and Flores is a fucking dog. His defenses are awesome. Kind of overrated, but his defenses schemes are awesome when they work. But then on the offensive side, it's like you don't want Artie Smith to be head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers if they decide to just keep him in house. Like Zach Taylor, I was looking at this too. I did a little bit of research too. This was back when I was real pissed at him when they were like 6-6. But fun fact, Zach Taylor has a head coach under his tree. So one of his coordinators got hired to be the Tennessee Titans head coach. And Tomlin doesn't have one. And Zach Taylor's been a head coach for significantly less time than Tomlin. So
Like he doesn't have a single head coach?
yeah, none of his coordinators have gotten promoted into a head coaching role.
That's a bad look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I wonder.
let's move on from this. We've been ranting about this.
Okay,
for too
we
long.
can. Let's talk some college football. We're coming up on New Year's Eve. Big game for the Buckeyes. I think it's going to be a tough one. I mean, Miami's been talking about that D-line, and that's all they really have. I think if that defense shows up, I mean, it's expected to be low scoring. I think it's like 40. It's in the 40s for the over-under right now, which is lower for college. I think it's low 40s. I think it hit the over. I think you hear people say like the talent fee. That's the new age of college football. That's what I think is going to get Ohio State ahead here. They could keep it tight, but saying if he gets the ball out quick with Day calling the plays like he did against Texas, we win the game. You know, maybe it is under. Maybe we win the game like 21-7. Go home. Go home, prepare for whoever's next. I think Ohio State gets out of this one. Carson Beck's awful. Sid the Sloth getting chased down by the what is it that meme? The saber-tooth tiger and the mammoth, and it's Caleb Downs and Arvell Reese. Brody, you got to find that and get that on the screen right here, please. Thank you, Brody. But yeah, I think it's a good tester, but I'm not super concerned. But we'll see. What do you guys think?
Yeah. No, I agree. Actually, fun fact, Chris's favorite player, Caden McDonald, he's heard all the noise from what the Miami's defensive line is talking about, and all he said is, we're coming. Pause. But we're coming.
What?
So, like you said, agree. I agree with everything that you said. I just think, like you said, talent fee. And fun fact, the Blue Jackets actually just scored a goal as we're talking here. I have money on them. It was my boy, Goon Jenner.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Sorry you're not able to witness that, Chris. I think you rented out the wrong ice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Chris moved to Ohio and then rented the LA ice.
As he's wearing an Ohio script hat.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Did you get that at like Homage?
No, I got it at my local golf course.
Oh wow.
Oh la la. Very
Logan.
nice. I'm booning it. I'm booning it. I'm booning it. Chris and Jack, what are you guys seeing from the college football world?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the key to the game is stopping Malachi Toney. The Mark Fletcher Jr. is not going to run anywhere on the Buckeyes D line. I think if they stop the deep shots and can score 17 points, they're going to win the game. I just don't see Carson Beck and Toney moving the ball. They're gonna blanket him with downs and put a safety over the top. He's not gonna get anywhere. It's gonna be tunnel screens and he's gonna be stopped at the line. So
I agree. I concur. Keto?
But
So
I
I have
agree,
to
Joe.
say, I think Ohio State is going to come with a win, but that I think the Miami D line guy, I forgot his name. I think he's going to show out, but Ohio State just is an overall better team, and they're going to win. Do you know the guy I'm talking about? They're one guy that's
Yeah,
insanely good.
Ruben Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid is disgusting. I think he'll have a great game, but Ohio State wins. But
Yeah. I think
I
I might have
think
saw on 3 report too that Miami might be missing their CB1. I don't know if that is true or not, but I
Mhm.
saw he was dealing with some injury. So I don't know
And
if
Ohio State has no Tigra.
that
He's been
we
bad. He's been
we
bad.
hate
I don't
Tigra.
think we've been hitting on that. We do hate Tigra. It's kind
He
of a whole
sucks.
friend group thing. Even the people not on here,
Yeah.
our O
real
line
bad.
friends hate Tigra. So we know we're not wrong.
It's not hate. It's
true hate.
hatred. It's
Um,
in the words of Clayton Bigsby, if there's hate in your heart, let it show.
well, and I
That's
have
Jack's
one
favorite skit.
I have an upset I think that could happen.
Go
Also,
ahead.
Let's hear it.
I do think Alabama could beat Indiana.
Oh yeah.
I don't
I
hate
think-
that. I don't hate it.
I do think that Alabama's quarterback Ty Simpson, if he plays a perfect game with no turnovers, they'll win. But if he turns it over once, I feel like they have to be
Yeah.
perfect and they'll win, which
I
they
think-
can do. But
Yeah.
I think
They
Ty
have a
Simpson
turnover
is. Oh,
issue.
sorry. We kept
No, you're
going at the
good.
same time. Yeah, they do. I think Ty Simpson arguably has like just on arm talent alone is better than like saying or Mendoza, but he's just so gunslinger about it that it gets him into trouble. I think. I mean, they're hot. They looked real good after going down 17-0 against Oklahoma. So I don't hate that, Chris. I don't hate it at all. I have an upset too. Not in the college football realm. I think this new Michigan hire, Whittingham from Utah. I think I've heard good things about him. I bet you they go in and they beat Texas on New Year's Eve. I bet you they at 3:00. They beat Bama last year and they were significantly worse and they had fucking Sharon Moore. And then they went. Apparently, he had this new discipline. I hate to root for him, but I root for the Big Ten in bowl season, especially against the SEC. And I think they're going to take down Texas. I think that defensive line is going to give Arch conniptions again, like ours did.
Yeah, I mean, even in those games, like at that point, a lot of the players are checked out. I don't know if you guys saw it this past weekend, but that ECU Pitt game was awesome. I was watching that. I was just running errands around town. That Pitt ECU game was fucking sick. I did have Pitt, or not Pitt. I had the ECU plus 7.5 money line cashed, so that was nice.
Nice.
But yeah, no, there were some awesome bowl games. Just want to say how awesome the Pop-Tart Bowl is. Notre Dame, you fucking cowards for opting out of that fun bowl. The Xbox Bowl, that was a new one. That was sick.
Yeah.
I's a big Halo guy. Absolutely love Master Chief giving out the trophies. And
He
the
flipped the
trophies were
coin.
Xboxes. They were legit Xboxes. That's
Yeah,
fucking
pretty
sick.
sweet.
Yeah. But
Did you see the thing at the Xbox Bowl was all really cool? Did you see it was in just like a warehouse? It was in the Dallas Cowboys practice facility.
yeah,
It's hilarious.
I was
Why
gonna
did they
say,
do
it didn't look dumpy, but it looked like it was more of like, hey, this is gonna be super fun, so let's not spend a lot of money into it. Or
No,
put a
it's
lot
ball-
of money into it.
it's balling on
also,
a budget.
We're balling on a budget. That's right, Keto.
Very good. Alrighty. Well, let's get in over to the hockey world a little bit here before we get to the end. I think this is Keetel's time to shine, so let's let
Yeah.
him lead this into
Keetle
this
and J
segment.
Mike.
What do you got?
I got some big news. So the ECHL having some big issues lately with player paying. So all the people, that are big Cincinnati Cyclones fans funneling to the stadium Friday night, from what I hear, no refund on all their tickets they bought. And all around the league, people are pissed at the ECHL on the way they handled like the whole lockout situation. And I don't think there was any refunds. I could be wrong, but from what I saw, there was no refunds to any ticket holders for any ECHL games.
That's crazy. I wasn't even aware that was a situation, but I'm glad our inside
awful.
scoop, Chris Keitel,
Yeah.
the rules analyst, has that. So, wait, so
Chris,
it was
did you
a
go to
game.
the game?
Let me see if I'm understanding this right. It's a game that was supposed to be played, but since they're in a lockout right now, it wasn't played, and the ECHL isn't refunding them, right?
Yeah, is my understanding. So I could be wrong and they did fix it, but there was a lockout for player payment. I think because they were saying they're not making livable wages, the bottom players on each team.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. So don't quote me on this, but I believe the lowest pay is about 15 to 20,000 a year in the ECHL. I think like the very bottom pay, and they're saying it's not livable and they have to work another job.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Average ML, or wait, what was it? What was
EC
before the PLL? What was before the
MLL,
PLL?
the men's
MLL.
lacrosse league.
Yeah, that was like their average
Yeah,
pay. A lot of
so
them were realtors. But
The PLL guys make more
That's
than
tough.
that, which is crazy.
yeah, that's unfortunate. I know you're a big Cyclones guy, Chris. Former employee.
oh
It's
yeah,
like
so
the the Cincinnati Three Ways for one night only.
they have some weird jerseys.
Yeah, Jack, what are you seeing around the hockey world?
Yeah, I think they should pay the ECHL players more. I haven't taken in too much hockey. The Avs played the Golden Knights last night, came back and won, down 5-3, scored 2 goals. McKinnon gross shootout winner. Columbus Blue Jackets huge win last night as well, down 2-1, big scrap. Barzell with a little slash right to Mason Marchment, took him down. So probably
Trash
some
Barzal.
probably some sussies there, but some nice goals. Nice little empty netter by Cole Sillinger. Shout out Tate McRae. What a full ice empty netter, buried the Islanders with a comeback win in the last 6 minutes. So pretty cool to watch the CBJ get it going a little bit.
Didn't you have him live?
I did, yeah, plus 600.
Nice.
Wow.
Little sprinkle,
Wow.
little tease. Yeah,
Logan,
that's
who
awesome.
did they just trade for? What was that guy's name?
So they trade away Chinnikov. I have a couple opinions on that. I think they should have traded him at the beginning of the season, but I very much trust Don Waddell because he made the Canes essentially what they are right now. So I think you should have traded him before the season, but then I took a little step back. I was like, well, like probably is nice to get some stats under him to show the true value because I think we got like a second and like a fourth or sixth round pick back in return for him. So he's a young gun. He's still a hell of a player, but I just didn't think he was a fit here from the start. Like he was always having some mental attitude problems with us. So I just think a nice fresh face in a different area would be nice. Trading him within division though, that's a whole different story. But I think Sid's gonna make him look real good if they do happen to get on the same line together.
Also, the Jackets did get a player in return. I've never heard of him, but it was Danton Heinen. I don't think he's played a single game in the NHL. Because I've never heard that name once. I mean, I guess he's like
He's been in the league a while.
he's a what?
He's been in the league for probably 7 or 8 years. Brewing.
He hasn't made any noise. I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's like a fourth liner, but
That's why I was gonna say I've never heard of him once.
Yeah.
Who was that goon they got in? The Jackets. Didn't they get in some fighter that's been scoring goals? The guy that Barzell slashed.
Mason Marchment from
Yeah. We might have talked about it on the last one, but it got destroyed. The file got all messed up. That trade. That was pretty good, I think. I think that was a good pickup for the Jackets.
That was a great trade.
I like when you get an enforcer that can still play hockey, not like a fucking Matt Rempe who's just out there getting suspended. Or Sussy.
Matthew Olivier.
Yeah.
He can score. He can play hockey and he can fight. Me and Chris actually went to the game against the Flames like 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago at this point, Chris? Or maybe it was last year. But,
I think it's 2.
I think it was 2, right. We went to the game over winter break, and Matthew Olivier got in 3 fights, and it was probably one of the coolest things ever. You can see it in a lot of... Yeah, he got in 3 fights, so... First one was like after he rocked someone, and one of the Flames guys went and fought him. Went to the box, came out of the box. They both like stick tapped against each other and hit each other on the line, and then went at it again. And then he came out of the box, and then someone fucking I forget who it was, but he trucked someone, and then Matthew Olivier immediately went and just like went for the fight.
Awesome.
So sick.
Well, we were at what was it, the Oilers game, Logan, this year. When was it Olivier and Coyle were just like trading
Mhm.
assists and goals?
Oh my God, yeah,
yeah,
they
that was
looked
a
like
crazy game. Is
they
Kane and
they looked
Tays
like
out there? Blackhawks reference. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have brought up the Hawks. I was avoiding it so well. So well. They're
yeah,
horrible.
they're it's I mean it's a little
So,
tough without your franchise player, but
yeah. So we're second to last in the league, only in front of the Dirty Canucks, which they deserve it more than we do.
yeah.
I hate the
Glenn
Canucks,
Hughes has
but
been playing very well for the Wild. Speaking of the
yeah,
Canucks,
that's tough.
like very
I
well.
want to know where. I wish we had a. I kind of wanted to buy a cameo for Christmas and just ask Joey D what he thought of that trade. Joey D from Bob Does Sports. Anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about. But the Hawks right now.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy stat for you. Team points. Team leaders Connor Bedard still 44 points on the year. What do you think? Tyler Bertuzzi is the second. Well, how many points do you guys think he has?
Go with 21.
I go
Higher.
with 16.
Way
Oh,
higher.
he said higher. Never mind.
It's 29, so pretty close, Jack. But I'm pretty sure he might have had. I think he had a couple good games since Bedard's been gone, so he's catching up. So with that level of production just gone, the Hawks have just plummeted. The ceiling for this team, I feel like, is fighting for that wild card 2 spot, but the floor is we're going to be a lottery team again. If we're a lottery team, it's a good draft. Forget that kid's name that all the Hawks memes accounts post when we lose. But
McKenna.
McKenna. He's pretty good.
Gavin McKenna's nasty.
Yeah, he's nasty. So I wouldn't hate getting him and Bedard on the same line. It would be reminiscent of when we got Tays and then when we got Kane back in the day, and then that led to 3 cups. So we'll see. I think we're in for a long haul here, though, with this injury. This really stinks for the Hawks. What's going
I
on in
agree.
LA, Chris?
Let's say that again.
What's going on in LA?
Right now in LA, we're seeing it's not great for the Kings right now. I'll say that the Kings in let me check right now their record. Yeah, in their division, they're fourth. They're doing okay. They have 41 points. So I mean, they're 16, 12, and 9. They're not gonna win a cup, but they're gonna be like a team that makes the playoffs and gets first round bounce to, or first team out. But I do think that the Blue Jackets, even though they have less points than them right now and are last in their division, I think they have a better chance to make it like a playoff push. I just think they have more talent.
Yeah.
Well, you got to look
think
at the Metro, or well, like just the East in general. But it is crazy tight.
It's
I
tight.
mean, the second wild card spot in the East has 42 points. Jackets are last with 38. Like that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, like they can
Ridiculous.
easily make the playoffs still, the Jackets. They just
I
need a
mean-
good run.
Like we went
I
on
mean, the bottom
one.
6 teams are in the West. That's insane.
Yeah, we went on a run last year, like right up until the winter or the not the Winter Classic, the Stadium Series. We went on a crazy run, and it was like neck and neck with the Red Wings, and that game like kind of buried the Red Wings against us, and then they proceeded to lose like 7 games, I believe, after that. Maybe not in a row, but like if they even won one of those games, it literally came down to the wire between them, the Habs. I think it was just them and the Habs, and maybe the Caps. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was.
But it didn't look good. It was they just shit the bed after that, and then next thing you know, they just got cooked and
Yeah.
missed the playoffs. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, hockey still dragging on. It's a long season, so we'll see how our teams pan out and who ends up at the top. Let's
Yep.
go ahead and get on over to some buy or sell action. What'd you see that you like? What'd you see that you didn't like? This, of course, comes from the Brilliantly Dumb Show. Go look them up. That's segment straight from there. We love them. It's a big inspiration for us. Logan, let's kick it over to you. What did you see that you liked?
All right, we'll start positive. We'll start real positive.
Okay.
I'm gonna just buy Christmas. Christmas is awesome. Great holiday. Spend some time with your family. Hang out. Eat a lot of food. Lots of food. So I'm gonna buy Christmas. I know we're a little past that now at this point, but I need to start off somewhat positive because I have a lot of
Get the
sells.
whimsy out first. Get the whimsy.
Yep. Sell. I am going
Yeah, give me
to.
your number one. What's your number one
Okay.
sell?
All right. Number one. I'm gonna go non-football related. I'm just gonna go gambling. I fucking suck. I'm in moose piss. I am in moose piss. Other than that one
That
pick
was
that Chris
expecting.
gave me the other week, I think it was like right before Christmas. Chris said pick anyone on the Kings power play. They're playing against the Kraken, and I picked two and they cashed. So shout out Chris for that one.
That's awesome.
But ever since then, I've been in moose piss, man. Moose piss. My second sell. Let's just go with the Steelers coaching staff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it again. I let all my frustration out. They're bad. They're going to lose the division. Tomlin's going to be 9-8, and the entire internet's going to make fun of us. 3, I got one more. I got one more in me. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what it was. 3, I'm going to sell using mommy's credit card in Madden because I am getting my dick blown off in these games of Mutt. And it's kind of a little counterintuitive coming from me because I do pump money into that game, but my lord, I've been out mommy's credit carded. Insane. Anyway, all right, that's my buy sell.
No,
So
yeah, I figured you needed to get some out, so I let you go.
thank
But
you.
yeah, Jack, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, like Sabrina Carpenter. I'm gonna sell the price of beef jerky. On my way home
great
for
sell.
Christmas,
It's a great sell.
go into the gas station. Right, I'm looking. I don't want a chalky protein bar. I was looking for a nice snack. And I find my way to the end of the aisle. Beef jerky. Wasn't really looking at the price out of ignorance. Bring it up to the counter with a blue Gatorade Zero. $22.73 at the counter. Beef jerky was $18.99 alone. Just horrific. Not even a big bag either. I tried to pick the one that was least name brand. It was like Old Trapper or something terrible. Wasn't even that good. Just
Some
a shame.
guy that made it that morning and killed the deer the morning and dried it out with a hairdryer.
Yeah.
It's just a shame.
That's tough.
And you know what? I'm gonna skip the beef jerky aisle next time.
Fair enough.
It's a good shout.
Great sell. It's a great sell. Chris, buy or sell?
Ooh, so I'm gonna buy POW days while skiing. I feel like that's one of the best things ever for anyone that has never skied. Watching pretty much just absolutely like shredding POW. You just lean back in your heels and just fly down the mountain and kind of let it do the work. There's not much like it. Because I've seen a lot of people complaining it, or what are you saying, Ty?
No, then keep going.
People at Mammoth Mountain are complaining that there's too much POW, and they're saying they don't know how to ski. And everyone on the East Coast is saying "boo hoo POW day" over there. Like they're like, you don't know what it's like out here at the icy slopes. So you need to appreciate POW days.
POW days. That's like powder, right? I don't ski.
Yeah, that's POW.
Like when it's
When
fresh.
it's yeah.
All right.
And then
That's great, bud.
I think I'm gonna for selling. Recently, this is a tough one, but we're gonna go with McDonald's specific locations because
Okay.
some of the specifically the
crazy
one
sell
right
outta
by
you.
my house because there's a good one and there's a bad one. The bad one by my house, we went there the other day and it took 35 minutes for 6 cars. Like, there's no reason on earth McDonald's should take 35 minutes.
Yeah,
Chris,
that's fair.
question for you. Is the
McDonald's.
McDonald's by your house that you're complaining about, is it better or worse than the one by Xavier in Norwood, Ohio?
I would say about the same.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
McDonald's
it's-
does have a location problem. There's a bad one here over in Bexley, in like the Whitehall area, that just takes forever. I remember we went to get Shamrock Shakes from there, and they told us they had them, and we got to the window, and they're like, "Here you go," and they just handed us vanilla shakes. Like, they didn't even try. All right.
So
I have a quick buy. I'm gonna wrap it up positively. Since Logan hit the fucking hat trick of sells. That was funny as hell. All right. I'm gonna buy road trips. I love a good road trip. I traveled from North Carolina back to Ohio yesterday, Sunday, from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's fantastic. I didn't drive the North Carolina back to Virginia part, but Virginia to Ohio I drove, and it's great. Especially driving through Appalachia, it's real pretty no matter what the weather is, unless it's like raining or snowy. But like gloomy, a little bit of rain, sunny. It's always pretty. I'm gonna buy road trips, and I love. Great time to just kick back and take a nice drive, especially when you don't have any idiots on the road. But yeah,
Good
just a
podcasting,
quick
too.
quick buy. Yeah, good
Yeah.
podcasting hours. You get a lot in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fellas. I got 5
Cool.
minutes left on the Zoom recording. Oh, wait,
Yeah,
no,
I got
do we?
3.
Oh, you got
I got
three.
3.
All right, let's
So,
cut and
Just cut it right here, or
I'm
we'll cut it
back.
earlier, getting us to taking touchdown.
All right, we're back. We're back on Zoom. It let us back in, thank God. And we got some picks coming
Makes us
at you
wait
guys.
10 minutes, but
Yeah, stupid system. If only some other system would let it work, and then we can't see our cameras. So, stupid system. I'm gonna go ahead and kick us off. We're doing 3-leggers this week. We've been doing straight picks. I did horrible. I think the last time we got a pod out, I took Bengals plus 2.5 against the old Ravens, and they got boat race. So, Chris winning that race right now, 1-0.
Chris is perfect right now, and Jack's 2-1. So we'll have
Okay.
Brody throw up the graphic just so everyone can see.
Yeah, it's on Twitter. Go follow the Twitter.
I know it.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it is on Twitter
somewhere
too.
right here. I forget how
It'd be
it's laid
funny
out
if
if
he
he
just-
flips us or not.
It'd be really funny if you just pointed to nothing on both sides.
Yeah. I think it's like behind Jack or by Chris. But anyway, I'm doing a college football parlay. I'm staying away from what's the other playoff game? One of the playoff games. Taking Ohio State to cover minus 9.5. Now that could. Ooh, I almost knocked my mic over. That could be we win 10-0. But I think we're gonna cover that 9.5 for sure. And then I'm going to take. So right now, we're recording on a Monday night, and yeah, it's Old Miss Georgia. I'm staying away from. That one's a little tight. No, I don't like it.
Too scary.
And Chris kind of hit on it earlier as an upset. I'm taking Bama plus 7. I think that's safer than just trying to take a money line. I think, like Chris said, they have the ability to go play a perfect game against Indiana and expose the holes, similar to how Indiana exposed the holes against us. I mean, Alabama's got a good defense, not as good as Ohio State, but I mean, Ohio State slammed the door on Indiana. With 13 points, yeah, you won, but nothing happened. And then I messed with the spread a little in the Oregon-Texas Tech game. Taking Oregon minus 5.5. I like the odds. I like the fact. I think that's gonna be one of those games that's like 26-20. Oregon's favor. They are the favorite, which is not shocking. That's how the playoff was last year. Tech a little more unproven than Oregon. Oregon's had to play a lot of good teams this year. Oregon coming off a warm up. Those are my picks. Book them now. I'm probably gonna go over 3. So.
Jim
I
Mikes,
found out.
you said you've been in the lab. Feel free to give everyone your picks.
Yeah, we gotta go home to Carolina. T-Mac 60+ receiving yards. We better throw the ball to him. We need to win. He did well in the first matchup against the Bucks. Bryce is gonna have to force the ball deep down the field to him. Should be pretty easy. That one will be over in 3 catches. So we'll see like a 45-yard catch and then like an 8-yarder and then 15. Get him right over. Then we're gonna go to the Saturday night game. We're going Ricky Pearsall 40+. That one should be pretty easy. He was a beast this week against Chicago. Game script's going to be kind of the same. Should be back and forth. And then we're going Saints +3 with the Shuckster. Nothing really to be said there, but kind of a battle of the trash in the NFC South, even though it's all trash. It's going to be Saints +3 to round me out.
Nice.
Keto.
Okay,
ping
so-
pong parlay.
So we're gonna start with Bama spread against Indiana. I do think that Indiana's gonna win. I almost guarantee it, but I think Bama will keep it close.
I like
So that-
being closer together.
So I feel comfortable with that. And then I have 2 NHL picks for tonight. I have the Kraken against the Canucks. I just think the Canucks are such a bad organization. Whoever plays them, just bet against them right now. I don't care who you are in the NHL, just bet against them. So, and then I have Wild versus Knights. It's an even money line, -110 on each side. And right now, the Wild, even though they don't have the best record, might be a cup favorite.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate that at all. They are a very good team. That freaking goalie, he's so good. Me and Logan got the privilege to see him. No, that's fucking Vegas.
Wallstedt, Jesper Wallstedt.
Yeah, I thought you were
Yes,
talking.
thank you.
Didn't Chris just say Vegas played Minnesota?
I think he said Minnesota's a cup favorite.
You're talking about Minnesota's goal. Sorry, my fault.
Anti-ball no
Inexcusable.
Anti-ball
Inexcusable.
No, you're good. Carter Hart, scumbag. Crazy name that looks like, what did we say? It looked like spelled wrong. Wall something.
Yeah,
forget what we
Jack
said.
just said it.
Yeah, Jesper Wallstedt, the Wall of St. Paul.
The Wall of St. Paul is such a sick nickname. He's legit, dude. I think that's a great take, Chris.
Yep.
Maybe I'm writing our most successful better on a pick this week. That's fantastic.
Yep. I run the Twitter right now, so I'll actually update the graphic and repost it on Twitter after this episode. Not drops, but I'll just put it out here after this since Chris decided to make picks tonight. Got to get that out there now.
Yeah.
As we're sitting
It will
here,
not be
completely
out
different
tonight.
topic. Ohio State just landed a 5-star edge, DJ Jacobs, number 1 player in the 2027 class. Picked the Buckeyes over Miami, Georgia, says CBS Sports.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, but to get into my picks, I really, really love the Panthers. I really do. I think piggybacking off Jack, I think T-Mac's going to score. Now, he's not just going to get 60 receiving yards. He's going to get in the end zone. And on top of that, my boy hasn't made it in the end zone in a minute. So, counterpoint, I still think Panthers win that game. But Bucky Irving, anytime touchdown. Bucky Irving and Teteroa McMillan. And then for my final pick, we're going to the Saturday night game. We're going to go with old Greg Kittle. I don't think the Seahawks defense can stop him. I think old Georgie tears him a new one. I know we didn't hit on it too much earlier. I think that last night's game, Bears 49ers, absolute cinema, by the way. Had Rams Chiefs. I think that was Thursday Night Football a couple years ago. Had those kind of vibes with just how high scoring it was, how many changes there were in possession. But I really do think a lot of those guys get in the end zone. And I think George tears them a new one, man. But
yeah,
cool.
I think that's it. I think that's the picks. Nope. That's the wrong show.
Different podcast.
That's our inspiration. I love them. The Dumb Luck Show picks are there. Chris, I love the power play of picking on the night and making Brody think he has to get the episode out in like 30 minutes. It's not going to be out, so maybe next week we'll move to the next weekend. But I love it. I think those are good picks anyway. But yeah. Anything else, fellas, before we wrap up?
Nah, just go Bucks, go Panthers, and go Steelers. And whoever Chris wants to root for this week.
Yeah.
Go Kings.
Go Kings. There you go.
Yeah, it could have been more obvious.
Don't cut it out.
This has been the Dumb Luck Sports Show. Thank you very much for watching. We will try our very best to be back next week as long as we don't get shadow banned again. Hopefully this episode works. We love you. Good night.
Good like and subscribe. Don't